What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Salt Track Podcast. My name's Bryce, aka Bruce Jablanca. I'm here with,
Kaleb or War Monkey 75.
and today we are going to be ranking all the Spider-Man movies. So that should be good. Caleb's going to do a blind ranking for me. I don't know what it's about. And then I'm actually switching it up a little bit. Instead of a quiz, we're doing a keep 5, cut 5 for you. So we'll do the keep 5, cut 5 first. All you need to write down is 1 through 5 twice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep and cut. Alrighty.
All right. So you will be picking between Mario Kart Wii tracks.
Ooh.
Your first pick is Coconut Mall.
Alright. Hear me out. It's a meme. It kind of sucks to time trial and play. People love it. People love the music for it. It's got one of the craziest time trial shortcuts if you do the wall glitch. But if you think about it, there's nothing great about this track besides looking at the Mii's.
I was going to say the Mii's are pretty good.
Yeah, but like the escalators suck. And then after that, you bounce off of a fountain. And then you turn. And then you find another fountain. and then you jump. And then you have to dodge cars. The best part's probably the dodging cars bit, unless you get hit by them. And then it's no more fun. So I'm gonna cut Coconut Mall.
Okay. Let's see. Next up, we got Delfino Square.
Ooh, this one's a classic. The shortcut is like slightly difficult. Just because I feel like it's oddly long. Like you either have to jump in the dirt and then use a mushroom, or otherwise you're gonna end in the dirt and lose all your speed. But there's also a dock cut, which I have like very minimally successfully done, because you just jump onto the dock and then go like that. I think there's a way you can do it where you can do it shroomless too, which is also hard. But honestly, I think it's a classic. I gotta keep Delfino. It was always kind of fun trying to figure out which path was faster, and like really it's not. they're kind of equal.
I was going to say, I don't
So
think there's not a huge difference there.
yeah, but it's a classic.
All right. Next up, we have Daisy Circuit.
I love me some Daisy Circuit, not gonna lie. It's a W track.
So I'm guessing that's a keep.
I'm keeping that. Yeah. It's actually really fun to time trial. Everything's great except for the cones. The cones piss me off. But no, the layout's super fun. The drifting is really fun on that track.
Mhm.
So, and like, especially when I was younger, going up on that like top path at the end, I was like, this is peak. It doesn't do anything though. But you're like, yeah. No, gotta keep it.
Next up, we have Bowser Castle 3.
This is also a W track. I have to keep Bowser's Castle 3. Oh, it's like the best flat track.
Yeah, unless you time your jump bad and then you fall.
That's true.
And the shortcut's kind of hard.
Yeah. But like, it's just the like end stretch is always really intense.
Mm-hmm.
So gotta give it credit for that.
Kind of want to let you pick your fate almost. Let's see. I'll do one more, and then I'll let you pick numbers going forward. So you got 2 keeps and 4 cuts left. Just
Yeah,
yeah.
this is terrible.
Um, we'll go with Luigi Circuit.
It's a classic. It's one of my favorite starting first races. Um, but considering the odds I have right now, I might have to cut Luigi's Circuit. It's not better than the 3 that I have written down already, so it's way better than Coconut Mall though. I'm gonna cut it.
Okay. Next up, we have DK Mountain.
Ooh. This is one of the first tracks where it's like the the cut is super easy and then it makes you destroy the trial ghost and then you feel really good about yourself. It's
Mm-hmm.
like this is awesome.
Yeah.
Um it's also been in the game for a long time. Hmm. But the boulders piss me off. They rarely hit you, but when they do, it's like this is the worst. And the bridge physics are kind of annoying, especially in Double Dash, but we're doing
I was
Wii.
gonna say Double Dash. Yeah, it's for Wii. Double Dash. Yeah, the bridge is fucking terrible.
If you're not like in the middle, you're just done for. It'll tilt and you're just like you just kind of phase through the side of it.
Oh,
But
Double Dash.
it's the perfect game. Oh god. I don't know. I might have to set myself up with 2 keeps and 2 cuts. I don't like it more than the 3 keeps, to be honest. I'm gonna cut DK Mountain.
All right. Next up, we have Mario Circuit, like the Wii version.
The
Chain Chomp.
Chain Chomp.
Well, they both have Chain Chomps, I guess. It's the
The
one where you use a spear on it.
um. Oh yeah. The one with the Goombas at the end,
Mm-hmm.
and ooh, you know,
Well, they both have Goombas at the end.
yeah, but I know which one it is.
It's not the one where you cut through the grass.
Yeah, it's the one
It
with the
has
jump
dirt.
and the
Yeah.
sand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Controversial, but I'm gonna cut this.
Controversial for you, maybe. Mr. Circuit Master himself.
I do like circuits. Just because the cut behind the chain chomp, like off the jump, doesn't really work sometimes. And I think there's also like a little lip before the jump too, so you get a little bit of air from that. And then the jump either like launches you too far under the bridge and you end up smacking the walls. And yeah, it's not great to time trial.
I don't do the jump. I just cut through the grass at the end.
Yeah.
It's like the most optimal way, I think, too.
Yeah.
All right. So I might as well just do this because you're gonna keep it. Moo Moo Meadows.
Yeah, that's a keep. That's why I was leaving at least like one
All
slot.
right. So fortunately, one of these keeps you're gonna hate, but I'm gonna let you figure out which one you want to keep and which one you don't. So
Okay.
pick one or two.
One.
Shy Guy Beach.
Oh god. You know, the other one could be Wario's Gold Mine. And I hate Wario's Gold Mine.
Could be. It could not be
Shy
though.
Guy Beach, man.
My personal least favorite track. It's Fuck Shy Guy Beach. Terrible. The fact you have to use a magic cruiser just to be able to play it is terrible. Oops.
Yeah, in the
Hello. Alright, we're good.
the sand crawlers, I think their actual Mario name is. The crabs are
Sidesteppers.
sidesteppers. They are.
Yeah, they're monstrous.
Yeah, and then the track layout's literally a square. The coolest part about it's the background. You get Shy Guys in a boat and they're shooting stuff at you.
Yeah, you're getting nuked.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. But like, it could be Wario's Gold Mine. And I hate that track. Hate it.
Could be, could not be. Could be a different mid track too. I just know we're not a fan of it.
I'm gonna cut Shy Guy Beach.
So the track you will be keeping is Wario's Gold.
Yeah.
Your favorite track in the entire game.
Oh. Yuck.
So I guess you can't play those 5 ever again. Ever.
It's okay. You only need 4 in a GP. I'll just play those 4.
I'm shocked you cut Luigi Circuit, to be honest.
Well, I'd take anything over Wario's Gold Mine. So.
Yep, that makes sense.
All right. Well, I kept Delfino Square, Daisy Circuit, Bowser Castle 3, Moo Moo Meadows, and Wario's Gold Mine. I cut Coconut Mall, Luigi Circuit, DK Mountain, Mario Circuit, and Shy Guy Beach.
I think I would actually take Wario's Gold Mine over Shy Guy's Beach.
I'd take anything else.
Because if you GP and have Shy Guy in it, you can't switch to the Magic Cruiser mid GP.
It's true.
So you're gonna be stuck fucking using Flame Runner or whatever. Mock Bike.
You just bag and then you can cut half the track off.
It's true. Alright, well let's keep 5 cut 5.
Okay.
I think it's blind ranking time.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm blind ranking, by the way, so.
You are going to be blind ranking superpowers you would like to have.
Okay.
So this is like Bryce's usefulness. Like you would be like, yeah, I want to do this or do that. Not like practicality.
Okay.
Your personal preference. If you woke up tomorrow with blank superpowers, it would be this one.
Alright. This is interesting. Because
Okay.
I don't even think I can name 10 superpowers in my head right now, so.
Well, they're modeled after characters. So like,
yeah.
Hulk. And you get to pick the color.
Okay. So realistically, like, yeah, Hulk's kind of cool, but like, I don't want to get a heart attack. I don't know what. I don't even know what color I'd want to be. Maybe purple or something. No. Okay. Besides the fact, I think I'm gonna put Hulk at 7, because realistically, it's probably not that fun to be Hulk. Like,
Yeah.
when you're done being Hulk, it probably sucks.
Yeah. You rip
When
all
you're-
your clothes.
Well, that and like when you're in the moment, it probably isn't fun either. So, but like, I don't know, Hulk's still kind of fun. So yeah.
Number 2 is you get to be the next Ghost Rider.
Okay. I don't know all of Ghost Rider's abilities, to be honest.
So he like
Now that scene he pissed fire in the movie,
true.
that would probably suck ass.
Yeah, he basically like melts all of his flesh to get that flaming skull. And then he's got like a flaming whip. He's got it's not called the eternal gaze, but it's like something where he like looks into someone's soul and it sucks them out and like it takes all of their sins up. They do all that. Basically, he's like almost immortal. He can summon like a flaming car and a flaming motorcycle. Yeah, he's basically just like a badass bounty hunter.
Okay.
So you would have to have that responsibility.
Practicality wise, not amazing.
Penance stare. That's what it's called.
Um, does it hurt when he turns into it, or is it just
That I don't know, but he never. It. They never say it causes pain.
um the bounty parter hunter part sounds kind of
Hunter.
cool. Besides that, it's like probably not that great just for everyday use, to be honest. I'll put that 8. I'm kind of nervous for what else is on here though, so we'll see how this goes.
Next, you have the super soldier serum.
That's high for sure. Like that's actually practical at all times, I feel like.
Like the beefy one, too.
Yeah.
The first model.
Like that's like I'm almost considering putting that at 1, honestly. Cause it's like yeah, if you had to pick a superpower, it's like, yeah, it'd be cool to be Hulk or like Ghost Rider and shit, but like practicality wise, like if I woke up tomorrow and I was Captain America,
Yeah.
like yeah, I'm gonna put that 1.
Fair enough.
Cause it's like it just makes everything so much better. Like you barely would get hurt by anything. You're just automatically stronger. So yeah.
Next up, you have Wolverine, but like no metal. So you're not poisoning yourself.
See, now that would rival Cap, honestly, if you weren't poisoning yourself. Do I get his claws too?
Yeah.
That's 2.
Next up, you have Magneto.
I almost said something I definitely cannot say on camera.
Just the
Yeesh.
powers.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, Forrest. Okay. I'll put Magneto's powers at 5. Like realistically, like if you were Mr. Krabs, like this would be like the best power for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Next you get the powers of Mr. Fantastic.
okay. Stretchy. Practical for sure.
Too bad your 1 and 2's taken. I'm kidding.
Yeah, fuck, dude. Can we restart? No. Yikes. I got a lot of spots across the board here. I'll put that 4. Cause like you can kind of just turn into anything too, which is like pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah.
Next you have Cyclops.
Now this one would kind of suck ass, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I should have put Hulk at 10, to be honest. I don't know why I put him at 7, just because it's funny. I'll put Cyclops at 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's not like until you can really harness the power, which would take years. It's like probably not that fun at all. And like I don't have a Professor X to teach me how to use it either.
Yeah.
So
Next up, you have Wanda plus Darkhold.
yikes.
Incredibly powerful, but black fingers.
It's like the substance, but like yucky. Well, substance is pretty yucky
Yeah.
too, but um
So like all powerful, but it's like kind of eating away at you.
I'll put that 6 because it's like I don't know because it's like extremely powerful, but like you could probably turn pretty evil pretty quickly. Like especially because like with Wanda, it's like she definitely has more like brain capacity to take that. Unlike if I just like was with the Darkhold just randomly tomorrow, I'd like probably become like the most disgusting dude of all time.
Next up,
I have 10 and 3.
next up, you have Cosmo, and you become a dog.
That's 10.
What?
Literally zero thought behind that. That's a 10.
You're number 3. You have the powers of Squirrel Girl,
Well,
and you get a tail.
oh, that sucks.
You can talk to squirrels.
Fuck. Damn, okay, maybe Hulk isn't 10 then, huh? Okay, well, blind ranking superpowers I would want to have, like, without any training, I guess. My number 1 is Cap. Number 2 is Wolverine. My number 4 is... No. My number 3 is Squirrel Girl. Number 4 is Mr. Fantastic. Number 5, Magneto. Number 6, Wanda with the Darkhold. 7 is Hulk. 8 is Ghost Rider. 9 is Cyclops. And 10 is Cosmo. I could realistically argue Cyclops is the worst one you gave me. If like, especially with no Professor X to like explain it, like you're just gonna kill people like randomly.
Yeah, you have to see through like red glasses the rest of your life, but like, how do you figure that out?
You just want me to be Squirrel Girl. Is that why you put that down? Okay, well, that's not gonna happen, but maybe we can make a sub goal or something.
Cosplay as Squirrel and Squirrel Girl. You can choose.
That sucks. I think either option is just terrible there. Oh my god.
I'll let you pick your fate.
I'm not picking. I will gladly take the easy way out.
Fine, we can both be squirrels.
Nope. How about you and Forrest do Squirrel and Squirrel?
Do you want to be a squirrel?
No, I don't. Well, anyways. All right. Well, we are going to be ranking all the Spiderverse movies. So that includes Toby, Andrew, Tom, all the Venoms, Craven, Madam Web, Morbius, and then the Spider-Verse movies. So, would you like to go first?
I will go first.
I just want to put this out there. This is one of the hardest lists I've ever had to conjure up. Like, seriously, oh fuck. Just dropped my lead all over the floor.
Aww.
No, seriously, I think this is probably, besides a salty marathon, probably the hardest list I've ever had to come up with. And as we go, I'll explain more. But yeah, so it's your 16th.
There were a couple points where I just sat there, like holding my head and staring at my computer, like,
Yep.
what am I doing?
Ever since we finished watching, like, I don't know when we watched it last Saturday, it was like, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so stuck on what to do here.
Yeah.
So,
All right. At number 16, with a 1 out of 5, I have Madam Web. And the description I have was bad. Yeah, I remember when we were like, you know what, let's just watch Madam Web. I remember seeing trailers and I was like, okay, like I guess I could watch that. And then like as more trailers came out, I was less and less excited for it. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like if they came out with a second one where they actually, spoiler warning, from here until the end of the
I was
video.
gonna say, like at this point. And also, if you haven't seen this movie, that's on you. So.
Yeah, come on. The end was the most hype part with all of them in their suits. I was like, this is awesome. But
Spoiler warning for you: Sony is not making any more movies.
that makes sense.
Besides Spider-Man, so
Yeah, and fair enough.
Craven was their last movie that is a part of that universe.
Okay.
So besides Spiderverse and Tom Holland shit, they are no longer making movies. So yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeesh, it will never get better.
No.
It might in fact get worse, but I don't see myself watching it again. So,
Yeah.
Madam Web.
So for preparation for this, I asked Caleb what movies he wanted to rewatch, and we rewatched. Well, we watched for the first time Venom 2, Craven, and then we
Venom
watched
3.
Oh yeah, Venom 3. We watched the TASM movies. I think that was all you watched, but I rewatched the Tom movies and Toby's because why not? I wasn't
Sure.
really doing anything anyways. That's besides the point. I think this is one of my most controversial lists I've ever made.
Oh
so,
boy.
Yep. My number 16 with a 1 out of 5. I have Morbius. So my initial rating, and I brought that up because pretty much anything we didn't like just first time watch for the Sonyverse, I did not rewatch it.
Okay.
So Madam Web, Morbius, Venom 1, I didn't rewatch. But so I looked at my rating and I gave it a 2 when we initially watched it. Here's the thing. I don't remember a single fucking thing that happened in this goddamn movie. I remember that it's Morbin time. That's it. So yeah, it went down a star because, of course, why wouldn't it if I don't remember a single goddamn thing that happened? And, I had the choice. I could have rewatched it, but I chose not to.
Fair enough.
So, what a goddamn random movie to make too. Morbius.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I remember when I gave it a 2, but I remember when we first watched it, I was like, it's not as terrible as people are. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. But like, it's been probably like close to a year since we watched it, and I actually can't remember a single fucking thing that happened. So yeah, I don't plan on rewatching it either.
Yeah.
So that's probably not going to change. Sorry guys, if you're Morbin fans, that's on me. So yeah, that's my last place.
At number 15, with a 1.5 out of 5, I have Morbius. Yeah. Ha.
The Morbin fans are gonna root for you now. What a terrible day.
Yes. I got him all. I don't know if I want him, to be honest.
You heard that shit. He doesn't even want you guys.
All I wrote down was like cool vibe.
I thought you were just gonna say bad again, to be honest.
I could. It definitely applies. I like vampires. There was definitely like a sense of urgency when he was running out of blood, and you're like, okay, I'm curious to see where this goes. But that was really it. Besides that, it was just kind of boring. And I was like,
Damn, you saying that actually just like exploded all the memories back into my head of what
Yeah.
happened in that movie.
A bunch of blood bags, and like he was on a boat for a while. It's
Dude
like,
was thirsty, and then when he wasn't thirsty, he was killing people.
yeah.
Sounds like something that's fell upstairs. Probably didn't hear that though. I don't have the AirPod in, but that's fine.
No. Besides that, there's nothing really redeeming about the movie.
My number 15 with the 1 out of 5, I have Madam Web. If I were to describe this movie, I'd say funny bad. It genuinely looks like a fan-made film. And it's like the fact that they were in their suits for I think like less than 2 minutes of screen time is also hilariously bad. It's just like I don't think I'm gonna rewatch Madam Web either. But like, if I were to choose between Madam Web and Morbius to waste my time on, I would honestly probably pick Madam Web to rewatch over it, which I think is the only reason why I put it above Morbius. Because it's like Morbius was just like boring bad. Like it was kind of like it was fun watching him like go crazy and shit. But like
Mm-hmm.
I just remember when we watched Madam Web, like we like openly were like laughing. So at least it was like kind of
Okay.
a good time. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it.
At number 14, with a 2 out of 5, I have Craven. Yeah, this movie isn't great. I think Russell Crowe, who played the dad, did a really good job. I thought he was super like stinky.
Oh,
Um, no, he played a great gangster. Um, but sometimes it was like I'm not really sure where this is going or how we got here. It was a little confusing. Um, but the reason it got 2 stars were the fights were awesome. Like all of Craven's kills were so good. Like especially the one where they tied ropes to his legs and split him in half, like dragged him across the forest. Yeah, I like wish all Marvel movies had stuff like that in it. It's the like obviously it doesn't compare, but it reminded me of the fights from Logan where he just chops everyone up and I'm like this is what we need in these movies. But um and I don't even remember the name of the girl lawyer that helped him.
Calypso.
Calypso. I almost said eucalyptus. So,
I only
uh,
remember that because the fucking grandma said her name 15 times in the span of
that's
two
right.
minutes at
That's
the
right.
beginning of the movie.
Um,
Calypso.
yeah.
Calypso.
Calypso, Shiite, like she was there. She was important for like half a second when she killed the Watchman. Um, who maybe I just like blacked out, but I don't remember why the Watchman got introduced. He was just like, I'm here now. 1, 2,
Couldn't tell you.
3, and then like in the middle of the movie, I like looked him up quick just to see who he was.
Didn't even know his name until you just said it now.
Yeah, that's. I thought he was stupid. He's like really OP.
I was gonna say his yeah.
I'm pretty glad he died because because like every time he is on screen, I'm like, oh, he's just winning. Oh,
Yeah, it was
and
pretty
then
fucking stupid.
and then he was double teamed. Like his power is called like speed walking. Like he freezes time and then he walks really quickly. Like okay. And then the rhino is very repulsive. Like his acting was terrible. Like there's a moment where he's standing at a desk and he just starts going
Yeah, because he said Craven gets away, and then he goes,
like,
"Fuck."
are you like choking on the water you're or whatever like supplement you're giving yourself? You
Honestly,
know?
the more you talk about this, never mind.
Okay. So yeah. I mean, what? We got Chameleon out of it. Like,
Doesn't fucking matter anymore
yeah.
unless he shows up in Tom's universe for some reason. I guess I don't know.
And it was incredibly cheesy. And like as soon as he started doing the impressions, I was like, oh, it's Chameleon or Morph. And like, yeah, at the end, I'm a bit of a chameleon, and he's like turned into him. And you're like, Jesus Christ.
It's like on par with It's Morbin time. I get Morbius never says that, but it's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, the 2 stars are purely for like Russell Crowe, Craven, and the fights. The fights are great. So that is my Craven take.
Number 14, I have Craven with a 1.5 out of
Yeah.
5. I was gonna say damn near I could put this under Madam Web at this point the more we talk about it because it just pisses me off. Um I like when we watch movies I desperately try not to go on my phone, but I just had to during this movie. Like I could not
Yeah.
fucking stay focused. Like it was so goddamn boring. And like the only fun parts were the fights and since Craven's a fucking G, he just kills him in like 20 seconds. So it's like, oh, he bit his nose off and he's dead. Okay. Like they're all
W.
good fights, but it's like there's nothing to focus on. And there was no point of conflict until an hour into the fucking movie. Like,
Yeah.
sure, he ran away. Also, the fucking skipping through, they should have started with them being in the like as kids or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
for
the
sure.
fact that started in the jail was terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I've seen a lot of people say, how did the dad get the clip of him in the jail? That was the whole point of conflict was that somebody got the video out of Craven
Yeah.
escaping,
Yeah.
and then the dad said it was him. How did he get it?
True.
Like terrible. Like I don't think I even laughed once during this movie either. I think I went, "Oh," like when he had killed people, but that's it. Like,
Well, we did laugh at the.
oh yeah, that's true. But that's not supposed to be funny
Like,
at fucking all.
He
Like,
did it. There was just silence, and then just
yeah, because he did it. I think I looked at you, but you weren't looking at me, and I was like, did that just actually happen? Like, terrible. Like the only yeah, like you said, 1.5
Jesus
goes
Christ.
to Aaron Taylor Johnson and the action. Definitely not the acting. I respect the fact that they tried to do Rhino without a machine suit because
Yeah.
like yeah, machine suit's kind of an easy way out of doing that shit, but they also managed to make him so
So
not
repulsive.
as well. His proportions are terrible.
He needs to be humongous.
His legs were still the same size as the
That's
human,
true.
and then he like got a little bit bigger, and then he was just gray. Like
Yeah.
this looked terrible. And it's like, and they edged us the whole movie just for him to look terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like it was so obvious Craven was just gonna kill him by like stabbing his hole. Like, like I'm not even gonna go into detail on that. You have to watch the movie to figure out what hole I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, because we had to watch it for this
We
video.
did. We
So.
did.
I was actually excited to watch this too. Unfortunately, stupid old me.
Never overestimate a movie ever again.
Never expect anything out of Sony ever again.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think my personal favorite Rhino would be like, you know how they had Juggernaut in the Deadpool movies? Like, I want him to be that big. Like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, like Deadpool 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, but like gray Rhino suit with just his face exposed. Like,
Yeah, I have a hard time seeing them try to do a Rhino anytime soon, though,
No,
which
yeah.
is fine, honestly.
still waiting for Scorpion to pop up at some point though. He keeps like showing up in like cameos and stuff, and he's like,
Because Sony's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They need to sell the rights to Spider-Man to
They do.
Disney. It's like
They really
ridiculous.
do.
Like, it's terrible.
anyways,
Yeah.
let's get to the next movie. At number 13, with a 2 out of 5, I have Venom 2.
My 13 is also Venom 2
Hey,
with a 2 out of 5. This
I wrote,
movie is laughably bad.
yeah, I wrote meh plot. I don't know. I completely agree with what you mentioned at the start when we like started watching it. You were like, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Like, where are we coming
So if
from?
you haven't seen Venom 2, it's like it just jumps directly into like Carnage and Venom, like not the symbiotes, the people talking, and it's like it's literal whiplash. Like,
Yeah.
where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah.
Like, there's no like, it's not like Eddie like walking up to like the jail or anything. It's literally just them talking like to start the movie, and like I'm not gonna say where we watched it, but I felt like it felt like they like cut the first 15 minutes off of the movie and like put us there, and I was like, damn, this website kind of sucks. And then I was like, oh no, it's like actually just how the movie starts, like,
Oh yeah,
and we wondered why this was never put onto streaming anywhere for the longest time.
I was pretty disappointed by it, honestly. I like Carnage a lot. Carnage is like Venom but worse. You're like, "Oh my god." Like he makes his symbiote out of like human blood. Like that's awesome. He summons all these weapons. That's so sick. And then I don't know. I didn't really like the proportions of Carnage. I don't think he should be bigger than Venom. I was always like, I don't know. I think he should be like smaller and more agile and not like 6'5" instead of Venom being like 6'2". I think, yeah. So that annoyed me a little bit. I already kind of expected that though, with the figure being like
Oh
monstrous,
yeah,
the Marvel Legend.
yeah, because we have legends, and then like Venom in figure form compared to other people's like 6'8", and then Carnage is like 8 foot tall.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
like I was like, oh come on, but
yeah.
whatever. But yeah, it was kind of all over the place. I wasn't really attached to Cletus's character at all. Like they got the backstory right where he killed his family and stuff, and then I don't remember that girl he fell in love with, but they totally had the setup to make her scream like the yellow symbiote,
Nope.
and they didn't. I was like, are you
Yeah,
stupid?
pretty
Like,
sure she was just literally Shriek. Like,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like, come on. They imagine a symbiote with the power to knock off the other symbiote from the human. Like, that's sick. But no, they just killed her. But my favorite part was the fight in the clock tower. I was like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
Then he eats him.
Yep.
But
Yeah. It's pretty annoying because like I like enjoy Woody Harrelson as an actor,
yeah,
but it really felt like he phoned in this Carnage. Like I genuinely thought his acting was terrible as Cletus. Like it was not good. And like he's a pretty big name actor too. So it's like damn. Like I don't know. And like I get in the comics Cletus has that haircut, but it looked terrible on him too, which I just
yeah,
could not stop
yeah.
looking at. Um yeah. And like I don't know. I don't like we watched this movie like what, like maybe 2 weeks ago at this point. I don't remember anything about anything outside the fight, to be honest. Like Eddie keeps stealing reports or like not telling this one dude reports and shit. And then that guy turns into the blue thing the next movie or whatever. But like besides that, what else was there really? Like and then fucking Shriek and Carnage's relationship was terrible
It was
too.
just annoying.
Like she was actively just not a good actor either.
Yeah.
Like it was like she had lines that were like supposed to be like, oh, like she's like a villain. She just annoyed the fuck out of me. Like, oh, I don't know how to explain it. It was just so bad, and it's like it just feels like a waste, honestly. Because like,
Venom and Carnage.
yeah,
Like we need whatever. Whatever.
like imagine if Disney had the rights to Spider-Man, they made like a symbiote show, so they can actually like flesh out these characters instead of Sony just fucking wasting them in an
Yep.
hour and 30 minutes. Like, terrible. I hate Sony so much. It's miserable. Not gonna lie. So, yeah, that's Venom 2. I genuinely, until the fight, it was. I mean, we hadn't watched Craven at this point, but it'd be below Craven. It would be in the Madam Web range if that last fight didn't happen. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, active, like I was also excited to watch this movie too. Like we had been waiting so long to finally like find it, and then it just sucked so much ass.
Yep. Yep. Ugh.
So
Okay. Now we're getting into the range where I'm like really curious what you have next.
yep,
Um,
same bottom four. That was the only part I
Yeah.
thought like that was
Yeah.
probably gonna be a lock, to be honest. I
I
mean, we didn't have the same bottom four, it was just the same movies.
yeah, it was
Like besides
close.
Morbius and Mad, and I only put Mad Lib at 15 because I thought it was funny. Like otherwise it would have been the exact same. So
All right. At number 12 with a 2.5 out of 5, I have Venom 3. Um we got Venom Horse, baby. What did I write? I wrote cool fight with all the symbiotes and nice family. Uh yeah, they ain't. Um
you know something funny I found out mid movie, but I kind of wanted to wait until like this to like tell you about
what
it. You know who that dad actor is?
who?
He is uh Dr. Connors in the other movies. I was like, damn, he
Damn.
looks really familiar. And I looked and I saw TASM 1 and No Way Home. And I was like,
That's
what
funny.
fucking movies? And then I looked and he was Lizard. And I was like,
Well, he did
okay.
a good job. He was pretty unrecognizable with
Yeah, the long hair. Yeah.
yeah.
And the beard.
Yeah. Um I don't know. I like Null a lot, and like he had probably less than 30 seconds of screen time, which I thought it was going to be about Null, which it like kind of was, but
I'll save my opinion for when I talk about it, but I have a lot to say about Null for this movie.
I
So
do think if they brought him in right now though, he would be like way too OP. Like he's literally the god of symbiotes.
yeah, I don't see him coming in, but before Doomsday or like in between Doomsday and Secret
Yeah.
Wars either. That's definitely like a I could see like when we finally get live action Miles and Tom, like they'll probably fight him to be
You
honest.
need
So
some like Secret Wars team to
yeah,
even fight him. Like there's no way Venom could take him out. There's no plot you could give me that would convince me that just Venom could take down like the
no
god of symbiotes. But he just sat in a chair and went, "Get them." It's like, okay. We got Shy Venom
fucking
the
hate Sony so much.
yeah. We got Shy Venom the entire movie because you know, we had the breakup, which they've been building up Venom's character for 2 movies now, and he's definitely become a lot funnier. The chemistry between Venom and Eddie, nice, but I think Venom they're just trying way too hard to make him funny now. It doesn't work as well as funny Thor. Like he went from being almighty serious god to being like goofy.
That's also like a character arc that Sony doesn't know how to do.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Thor, like damn near had like about as bad as like Tom Holland like level like consequences in the MCU, but like
Yeah.
his coping mechanism is to be funny now,
Yeah.
which people don't really like, but what at least it's a fucking character arc.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So yeah, when they separated, I was like, oh great, now what? Like the reason I watch the Venom movies is so that he turns into Venom and does badass things. But they took him away, and I was like, oh, all right, Shy Venom,
Yep.
whatever. We got Venom Horse, Venom Airplane. He was just all over the place in this movie, to be honest. Um, we got Toxin, but he got axed. That sucked. Toxin, super
Is that
cool.
the blue guy?
That was the green one in the jail. Yeah, he's more of a teal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in the jail cell.
Those
Uh,
fucking I was yeah, I was not ready for snake looking motherfucker to pop up, but
yeah. I don't know. The thing they battled too, the Crobonite, whatever. I don't know. I feel like it was just way too easy to design. Like it just comes after you and it doesn't die. It was like, okay, let's just fight this thing for like 10 minutes because it doesn't die. Like I really enjoyed seeing all of the symbiotes too. I was like so excited. And then they're all gone. So, yeah. I'll stop talking about it now.
uh my number 12 with a 2 out of 5 I have Venom 1. Um So I did not rewatch this movie. It was a movie I probably should have rewatched because maybe I'm being a little unfair to it right now. But I remember when me and you watched it,
Hmm.
I like damn near fell asleep for like most of the movie. I was like so fucking over it. Like, oh, it's like it's fun. Um, like the initial like just Venom, it like that was probably his best iteration of Venom throughout the three movies, just because like funny Venom is super uncool to me. Like I like when Venom is like I want to eat people's heads off, like not like oh eat chicken, I won't eat chicken, fuck off. Like um I just like I don't I remember this movie being so boring for the most part, and it just sucks because like I remember when this first came out and it was like I was like pretty like high on it, but over the years I've just increasingly have gotten lower on it. Um and maybe that's just cuz Sony like continuously is ruining characters that they have, but um I feel like this was like it's like they wanted to like make a trilogy really badly that like stuck like an MCU trilogy, and like with Carnage and 3 it like could have like made Venom 1 better cuz like Cap 1 is clearly the worst of the trilogy, but like the other caps make Cap 1 better. But that is just not how this goes at all. Like
Yeah, it just gets worse.
the Venom movies do not make Venom 1 better. Like and like oh my god, the relationship is so whatever. I don't care, and it, like yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it. It's just like really disappointing, honestly. So, also, I think Tom Hardy is like I think he is a little overrated as Venom too. I think he has enough charisma to be Eddie Brock. I just don't think the relationship worked out with him and Venom too much, and I get that's kind of the arc is like they're not perfect with each other or whatever. But like I don't know. I think he definitely like didn't try as hard in some of the acting scenes as well. Because like I know Tom Hardy can act. He's in a lot of great movies.
Yeah.
It's not like he's just in Venom and not in anything else because he's not like a working actor. Like he is a working actor. He it's also funny that he's like British or whatever too. Like I never knew that, which that was whiplash when I heard him talk for the first time normally. But anyways, I'll stop talking about it because it really doesn't matter.
I would have to agree with this take because at 11 with a 3 out of 5, I have Venom 1. Um, I remember the first time I heard that like Spider-Man wasn't in the movie, and I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what could possibly, what could happen?" Um, yeah, I don't know. I just like Venom a lot, like in general though, because the symbiotes are just super cool. Um, but I do like all the action. I don't like the relationship between like basically all of the characters. That it's just kind of annoying. Um, but I'm just purely there for the action, like the motorcycle scenes where he like grabs them with tentacles and just like that's so cool. Um, it's just the idea of having like a symbiote always watching your back. You're like, okay, yeah, that's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fighting with the blue one. I'm forgetting its name.
I like honestly kind of forgot the villain in this movie. Like
It's
I know they're trying to capture Venom because
yeah.
whatever, but like I don't remember his name or anything about the villains in this movie. So
Um,
I can look it up, but
it's like Wrath, I think. I don't know. I have a figure of him too. Uh, I don't know. It's a big blue one that can summon axes for hands, pretty much.
Riot.
Riot. Um, which I don't think they ever said his name in the movie either. It's just
No, because they refused to do that. I don't think they like literally said any of the symbiotes in 3 either.
maybe Carnage, or yeah, Carnage in 2, I think he said his name, but yeah, the rest of them I don't think
They
he
were just
said.
no names. Like they
Yeah,
were like, oh, these symbiotes are different colors.
yeah,
And
I don't
like,
think they named Toxin either.
which is weird because you'd think they'd have the rights to say that.
Yeah, they write to the character but not the name.
Yep. And then just cuckold Disney. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna purposely make shit movies.
So yeah,
I hate Sony so much.
that that's Venom.
Yeah, my 11's Venom 3. Gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Um, so I kind of I tier ranked these as well, and this is the Sonyverse tier because all of them are at the bottom. They fucking suck. Venom 3 was easily the most fun of them to me, and maybe that's like I said, maybe it's on me because I didn't rewatch Venom, but like you could just tell that they're like if their bot like Sony was a body under like a grave. Their hand was the only thing sticking up when they made this movie, and then when Craven came out, they were under already. Like they knew this shit was not going well, and I think that's why they purposely just kind of was like, whatever. Like Venom's gonna be funny now, and like we're just gonna fucking release all the symbiotes because like why not? Which is like the best part of the entire movie,
Yeah.
arguably the best part of the entire trilogy too. Like the entire end fight scene was fun. Um Alex, hat guy on the escape pod, said something that really stuck with me because after we'd watch him, I'd watch their review of it because I never watched him because I purposely didn't want to know. He said it seems like they wrote Null into this movie like 3 weeks before it came out, and I couldn't agree
I mean,
more.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he was in it for maybe a minute, if I'm being generous. And it was literally just the beginning. No backstory on him
Him
either.
going.
Yep.
That's it.
And then the end. He went, no, my portal. And like, holy fuck. This is gonna sound like it's a 2.5 because it's fun, but like I have so many problems with this movie. Like they wasted Null. Hopefully he comes to the MCU because holy shit, what a waste. Wasted Carnage and Null, two like top tier Spider-Man villains because they can't. Yeah, whatever. Um. Also, yeah, just I don't. I don't know what to say, man. Like the Venom movies, just if there was no Craven, Madam Web, or Morbius, they would still be at the bottom, and that's like really
Yeah.
sucky because you'd think like maybe they're better than at least one Spider-Man movie. Nope. Um,
Oh well.
there's some genuinely funny moments in this though, like when Eddie was like, "I'm gonna shoot myself in the head" when they were singing like that, like
Yeah.
baffled me to the point where I was in tears laughing about it because I just was not expecting him to say that shit.
And Mrs. Chen being at the gambling spot.
Yeah,
That's funny.
she's a bright spot in those movies.
Yeah.
She should be like the comedic relief, not Venom. Like she is the funny character, and then they said, "Now we're gonna make everyone funny because we don't give a fuck anymore." The military guy is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
He
Oh
pissed
my
me
God.
off so much, and maybe that was the point, but terrible. Got super salty about a Christmas tree on someone's lab coat for some fucking reason. Like, what the fuck? Terrible. But yeah, like the only reason this is the top of all of them, all the Sonyverse, is like the ending. Like that was so fun. I also wasn't expecting Venom to die, and I respected that shit. Cause it's like I was just expecting him to like be fine and like whatever.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they actually like had the balls to kill him was like, okay,
Fair
I
enough.
respect it. It was a pretty mediocre way to die. Like it was boring almost. Like I wish he had like a hero death. No, I mean he saved some people, I guess, but like, and also the monsters are just they made them too OP. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah, they just
grinded
can't
up
die.
in a fucking plane engine or like plane propeller, and he came back to life, and it's like, oh well, anything else you do with it, it's not gonna fucking matter. Like I think we like afterwards we were like, oh, maybe have to cut off his head, but like realistically, his entire fucking body got turned into shredded chicken because of the airplane, and he came back to life. Like, how else were we gonna fucking kill him?
Yeah, and like acid will kill it. You know who had those powers? Toxin.
Yeah, it's like,
Like, okay.
yeah, which, yeah, like they barely do any of their powers either.
Yeah. It's none of like the mainstream symbiotes either.
I think this is when we start getting like, I have no idea what you're gonna say next.
It's
I
been a while.
I initially was like, oh, maybe at 12 it'll start like getting a little different. No, we just had the whole Sonyverse at the bottom, which fair enough. So, all right, let's hear your number 10.
Okay. You haven't heard my Spider-Man takes in like 2 years.
Besides MCU, I have no idea what your Spider-Man takes are.
So,
Yeah.
okay. With a 3 out of 5.
I also have everything going forward 3 or higher. So
Oh, okay.
it's like I like all these movies. Please don't hate me.
It's just the order it came in. Okay. With a 3 out of 5, I have TASM 2. At number 10 with a 3 out of 5. I wrote goofy villain, weird Harry, fuckboy Andrew. Okay.
Wow.
I like Jamie Foxx's acting. I don't like that they caged him up for half the movie. That sucked. It's like, what else are you gonna do though? Because he moves quickly. He's like literally in all of the electricity. I was conflicted with every single time they showed Electro on screen, and it went. Bah! It's like, oh Jesus, they're really shoving this theme down her throat. The fight at the end though was pretty cool with the Tesla coils making that into itsy bitsy spider. Like he,
You almost said testicles by accident.
yeah, and I might do it.
I said it for you.
You did, but now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's I don't know. I felt less compelled for Andrew and Gwen to be together, just because Andrew's whole thing of like, I want to be with you, but I don't want to be with you, but I want to be with you. I was just kind of annoyed by that bit.
You talk to me like that all the time.
Hey,
how could you be annoyed about it?
this ain't a movie. Anyways.
All right. Anyways, let's move on. No,
your turn. No. And I don't know. They didn't cast a J. Jonah, but they talk about him all the time, which
I think that's completely fair. Do you know how much they would be belittled if J.K. Simmons wasn't?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he literally came back in the MCU too. Like, there's
Yeah.
not a living actor right now that can play Jonah better than.
That's true.
Yeah.
The thing that kept it kind of on the lower side of the list was I wasn't a big fan of the Harry. I think he's like weirdly edgy. His haircut was kind of weird, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I don't. Just the Goblin bit was not as great as it could have been. But I don't think I've seen this movie since it came out, or maybe once after it came out. So I really wanted to watch it again. But yeah, I don't know. It was enjoyable. I liked it.
These are all 3 out of 5s going forward. It's not like we didn't like these movies going forward.
Yeah,
Can't say the same about the Sonyverse, but
yeah, I would watch it again for sure. So,
all right, time to get blasted.
oh no.
This is so I've always had an internal Spiderverse ranking in my letterbox. Just because why not? I just have had it private. It'll be public after this video comes out, obviously. This had probably the biggest fall of all of them. At number 10 with a 3 out of 5, I have Spider-Man Homecoming.
Damn.
I have a lot more issues with this movie than I initially thought I had. Um and maybe if we have time at the end, probably won't because this video is going to be very long. Um I also had to drop in my MC ranking quite heavily after that too. Um so here's the thing. I think Tom, Ned, like all those people are like really charming and fun. Like I actually laughed out loud multiple times during this movie. I think it's kind of hilarious. But when you compare it to other Spider-Men, he does nothing. Like he does not do much at all. Like there's no fighting. And Tony had to save his ass every time he did anything pretty much.
It's true.
And it's like, damn. Like the only good real Spider-Man moment you get is like when Vulture like drops the rubble on him and he gets up and he sees his face and it's like, okay, I'll get up. And then that's when he like becomes Spider-Man. All like, and it's also nice because this is really the only Spider-Man we've ever gotten with real high schoolers. Everyone else, like all the other movies are like
Yeah.
25-year-olds in high school and it's like kind of weird. So it's nice. I know not many people are fans of this version of Flash because Flash is supposed to be a douchebag,
yeah.
but like, I mean, he is a bully. It's just he's not like a jock bully.
Yeah.
He's just kind of a bully. So I respect it, but I vividly like because I watched it the other night when you were gone and I was just like doing whatever, and I was like, this movie's funny, and you know me, I'm a sucker for Vulture because I think that's a really good villain, just like an everyday man turned bad. Outside of that, I like just didn't like enjoy the Spider-Man aspects. Like I think every movie going forward just has so much better Spider-Man moments in it. So obviously besides the ending, because like he finally does something.
Yeah.
But like, and like I said multiple times, I don't dislike this movie. It's still a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
But like, I just found to like the other ones better. So yeah, that's my number 10.
Alrighty. At number 9, with a 3 out of 5, I have Spider-Man Far From Home. What did I write?
Hello.
Hello.
I smacked my mic and I got nervous.
Gotcha. I wrote like decent character building. Like a lot of the character relationships went up pretty high. And cool villain. Like Mysterio's pretty sick. All the illusions are like incredibly hard to pull off. There's the one moment where he gives away the glasses that you're like, like it makes you have a little seizure. I was like, oh Christ. I think, I don't know. I wasn't as attached to this movie as I was all of the other ones. Just because most of my memories from it was just like him confessing to MJ. Like, okay, that's really important. And the fact that he got exposed to the entire world, humongous. And like, besides that, those were like the improvements they made from this entire movie. But the relationship with Nick Fury, that was cool to see him like pop up around and you're like, ooh.
Even though he was a Skrull.
Yeah. Yeah. But
that's besides the point.
Yeah. You like the relationship between Mysterio and Spider-Man was like, aw, and then yeah, you like really felt the sense of betrayal when he actually started like being really rude and turning everything against him and stuff. So that was pretty compelling. And yeah, I think it was more of a like a building movie to me. So
think it was the first movie after Endgame because the first like 5 minutes is dedicated towards like
Hmm.
Tony. So I mean, I obviously watched like 2 days ago, so it's better recollection for
I
me.
think the first 5 minutes.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, and I think I
I mean,
do.
to be fair, I've actually had to like remember things from certain movies if I didn't like it, like because I didn't like them that much. So it's like, yeah. Okay, so my number nine, um, it's really tough. Obviously, these are all the middle's the hardest part in my opinion to figure out. But at a 3 out of 5, I have the Amazing Spider-Man 1. I I still have my problems with Andrew. He's way too good looking. He looks like a jock. He probably should never have been Spider-Man, but god damn it, do I love him so much. He is just so charming as Spider-Man. He's yeah. Anyways, I think him and Gwen's relationship is really nice. Like they're both shy and they clearly like each other and that's fun. Um I like these versions of Aunt May and Uncle Ben,
Hmm.
and I think like him showing off how smart he is to be with Dr. Connors like most of the movie is like cool too. I think for like I mean obviously this movie's now like 10 years old, like pretty close, maybe even longer than 10
Jesus
years,
Christ.
which makes me feel like a fucking unk, but um yeah, 2012. It's 13 years ago now.
Jesus Christ.
Um, I mean, for back then, Lizard looked pretty good. Obviously,
He did.
it's no comic Lizard where he has the lab coat and stuff, but
Yeah,
like
that's
whatever.
okay.
Um, I enjoyed all the sewer scenes. I think that was cool. Like all the lizards like coming up to on his web and like showing where he was. I think the fights with the lizard were cool too. Like in the school. Like they just fucking destroyed their school. Like I
Yeah.
was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Um I also man, maybe it's too early in the ranking to say this, but I feel like Andrew in the suit is like my favorite Andrew. Like he's so good at like his like thwips of like just he has always knows what to say when he's
His
fighting people.
one-liners,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's so
yeah.
good.
They are the best.
And he shows so much emotion in the suit. Like before they gave Tom the eyes to like express how he
Yeah.
feels, like he showed so much like expression, and it's so good. And it sucks because I like want to put it higher, but like it really doesn't deserve to be higher than this in my opinion. It's just like it was just a really fun movie. I also like even with Homecoming, like these are all super rewatchable movies. Like I could probably rewatch them right now and I'd still have a good time watching them. Like Spider-Man movies are so fun.
They
So,
are.
yeah.
Okay. At number 8, with a 3 out of 5, I have Spider-Man 3. Um, Bully Maguire, what a guy. As much as I like Venom and Sandman, the way they took down Venom, I was just kind of annoyed by it. They just ran around in a circle and banged on some shit. um, but oh god, Sandman's actor's name, forgetting it. But I think he was really good. Showed a lot of emotion. Like there's a lot of depth with his character. Um, but there's one thing I'm a sucker for when it comes to Spider-Man. Well, more than one thing, but one thing that usually like gets me is like the black suit. Oh my god, it's so good. Just the symbiote Spider-Man is just I can't get over it. Um, but I think this one is definitely the worst of the three.
It's kind of crazy because like this movie came out in 2007. So it'll be 20 years damn near on the dot, like without a black suit. Because I'm guessing Secret Wars he'll be in a black suit
Most
at some
likely.
point. So it's
Yeah.
like, Jesus, 20 years.
Yeah,
Didn't even attempt it for TASM or the original trilogy of Tom. So
I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I do remember the bully Maguire. All of his, I'm gonna rub some dirt in your eye. I'm like, okay, this is stupid. um, but yeah, W villains. It just felt like they were just trying to push out another movie with more villains at that point. But I would definitely watch it again. So
number 8 with a 3 out of 5, I have Far From Home. I am notoriously super low on this movie. I remember MCU ranking, it was like if you put the MCU into like eighths, or fuck, not eighths, like fourths, it was like bottom fourth. Like I think it was the
mm-hmm.
very last of the fourth. And I just like I've had some pretty big problems with it in the past, but rewatching it the other day, I watched Homecoming and Far From Home like back to back.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, and maybe this is a part of like why it went up a little bit. It was just so nice actually seeing Spider-Man in action, because like you
That's true.
you get the whole Homecoming part where it's like building up like prom, and or not prom, homecoming. Um, and then you get the Vulture fight, and like the Vulture fight wasn't really a Vulture fight either. They were just kind of like
Yeah.
dicking around on a plane.
Yeah.
Um, but like, god damn it, it was so like fun. And Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio is so good. He like played it
What a
perfectly.
con man.
Like faked out Nick Fury, even though he's a Skrull, so technically really wasn't Nick Fury. But um, like one of the scenes that is like craziest to me is like once they found his like projection or whatever, like MJ found that shit, um, and he called Nick Fury to pick him up or whatever, like Mysterio made that entire building and Nick Fury and
Yeah.
all that shit. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, it was like Mysterio is devious, man. And his like the last bit of him like overcoming like the drones and um like whatever, like I'm forgetting what it's called, like mind control or whatever Mysterio put on him, like to like attack him, was cool. Um, Obviously, Mysterio like making like the bigger villains like not real, like isn't as cool.
Yeah, the elemental dudes.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's also funny that his like Mysterio's main henchman is like the kid from A Christmas Story. Like that'll always be funny to
Yeah.
me, because he looks like it's just Richie, but like if he was like 40 years, 50 years older.
Yep.
Um, but like, and like I also have it higher. Like I initially had this as my number 10, like the first Spider-Man like after the Sonyverse. But I bumped it up because it's like I think like just overall like the ending where it's revealed that Peter Parker is like had such a lasting impact on Tom, and like that led to No Way Home. And I think you just can't ignore how big of a factor that is, like for Spider-Man as a character too. Cause like this is the first time in movies they really explored him getting like doxxed like that. And like of course J.K. Simmons returning as Jay Jonah was so hyped.
Yeah.
Like I remember being in the theater when this movie came out and being like, oh shit. Like
Yeah.
there's a post credit scene too. It wasn't even like the end of the movie. It was like if we walked out too early, we just wouldn't have known that happened. But yeah, I think this, I still think there's a lot of issues with this. It's also the only real Spider-Man movie outside of New York, which I give him credit for.
That's
To
true.
try it, I guess. I don't really think it worked out too well, but yeah, that's my number 8.
Alrighty. My number 7 with a 3.5 out of 5. I have TASM 1. Um, W villain. Lizard's great. I like him a lot. Um, they had really like fast and efficient world building as well. Um, I think these movies are overhated because I think when they initially came out, they wanted to continue the one they had already built, like with Toby, which you just got to see it as like its own universe.
I don't know if they necessarily wanted to do that. I just feel like it was such a weird thing to do. Like, cause Spider-Man 3 came out in 2007 and then this came
Hmm.
out in like 2010. Like it was like three
That's
years
yeah,
apart and then they did a whole new origin. Like, I don't know. It's just something about that's like so weird to me.
yeah.
Like I also feel like that's part of the reason why it gets hate is because it's like they moved on from Toby so fast.
That's true.
It's not like, I mean, I suppose they made Fan Four Stick like 2015, but like if you don't count that, because nobody fucking counts that shitty movie. Like it's been like 20 years since a Fantastic Four movie, and it's like we never really got a Cap movie, and like Hulk was like 11 years since the first Hulk. Like this movie was 3 years in between. Like that's
Yeah, that's true.
something about it's so weird. Like I don't know.
But I think now that the other movies has come out, this definitely like raised up for me because you're like, oh, it's like a whole different universe where they have just different spider people doing different spider things. Um,
Well, yeah, I think the multiverse really helps this movie
yes,
because
definitely.
before the multiverse, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
well,
it's like, what's the point?
yeah. So
Um, but I couldn't get over the irony is of if like the lizard bomb went off, that Gwen's dad would have been saved. Like he would have healed himself
it's true.
and he would have lived, but stopping the entire city from being turned into lizards, like he just died because he wouldn't have regenerated. So it was like, damn, I couldn't get over that for a while. I was like, oh, that's terrible. um, but yeah, the relationships and the characters was great. I did like the Peter and Flash like basketball contest.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
like
funny.
this is awesome. Um, yeah, I think when he's fighting Lizard in the school is like is peak. Like it's so good.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Especially when he like webs him up and crawls around him like an actual spider.
Yeah,
You're like, damn.
didn't last long, but it was like still
Yeah,
pretty cool. Like,
yeah. Um, and another thing I really appreciate Andrew's Spider-Man for is like, and this is gonna sound kind of stupid, but like when he's swinging, like his leg positions, like if you ever look at old comics,
wait,
they're like
looking down there.
crazy. Well, what else? Like,
Wait, looking down there.
I don't know. It's
Trying to see if something else swinging while he's swinging.
just you said it, not me. No. I'm kidding.
But I agree. That's why I was
Yeah.
looking.
If you look at a bunch of the old like McFarlane covers, like his legs are like everywhere, and whenever he's like perched, like Andrew is, or he's like on a railing, it's always like one here and like one way over here, like that.
Maybe it's because
It's
his pure height advantage compared to the other ones. Maybe he's got more legs
that's
to
true.
do it.
That's true. Um, but it was like very comic accurate with his like the way he moved around, which I appreciate a lot. So,
Mm-mm.
but yeah, no, just the relationship between Connors and Peter's dad was like, damn. And like the fact that Connors was just trying to help, and then yeah, the lizard stuff did bad things to him. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Number 7 with a 3 out of 5. I have Spider-Man 3. So this is one of the movies I rewatched. This movie is so much more fucking fun than I remember it being.
really,
Like it's like actively like so much better than I remember it because I remember not being a fan of this movie at all, but I was like this is good stuff. And like when he's Bully Maguire, like he just does shit that's like so fucking unnecessary. It's like Jesus Christ. Like,
uh,
and I think the biggest thing that really puts me off about the original trilogy is like MJ and Peter's like relationship is so on and off and it did not get any better in this movie, but it's like Christ. And like he literally brought Gwen to MJ's restaurant to fucking flaunt in front of MJ and then Gwen realized left his ass. The security tried to kick him out, and then he fucking hit MJ by accident. Full fucking back fist. And I was like, what the fuck? And him just destroying Eddie's camera and being like, see you later, chump. And like, I want to put dirt in your eye. And just all this shit is like him dancing when he like got his new outfit. Him
Oh my
thinking like
God.
all the girls like him, but they're all just like, what the fuck is with this guy? It's like, it's so funny. And I think another thing maybe that put me off of this movie initially was like, I think them trying to do Green Goblin again was like cringe initially, but like I like have really grown to like um I'm forgetting his
Oh
name.
my God. It's James Franco.
Yeah, James, well, maybe we don't like him as a person.
Okay,
He
yeah,
got busted, but no, I've really grown to like James Franco as Harry Osborn. Like I just also appreciate that Harry was built up in this movie from the first movie too.
yeah.
Obviously I haven't gotten to TASM 2 yet, but I'll get into that when I get to it. But it's like also him helping Peter at the end was like really nice, honestly.
The team up.
Sandman as a villain, awesome. I think they realized Sandman alone couldn't be a villain in this movie, which made them go overboard, which was at their own fault, honestly.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was revealed that he killed Ben like unintentionally was like really like upsetting, honestly, because like the whole movie's painted out as this terrible dude, but he's just trying to help his daughter, and
Yeah.
like he didn't even mean to shoot Ben. It was like the trigger just went off, and it's like that's heartbreaking. And like I just feel like they always put MJ in the shittiest situations at the end of movies,
Yeah.
and it's hilarious. Like I think also that it's like a literal fucking WWE tag team match between Venom and Sandman versus Peter and Harry was hilarious. Like they're all like fighting each other. Um I think they kind of knew this trilogy was going to come to the end. Otherwise, I would say Harry dying was stupid because I like they gave him a hero's death, but also like I wanted him to like grow to be better. Peter and Harry's fight when he had the black suit on was sick as fuck too. Like he was just beating the literal shit out of Harry, and then Harry threw the pumpkin, and then he just webbed it back right at his face and gave him permanent scars on his face. It's like, Jesus, dude. No fucking remorse for that shit. And maybe I'm just a part of the crowd that's like this. I've like increasingly seen the ratings go up on this movie over the years, but like I just found it so fun. I mean, I think Eddie as a reporter is fun, but him as Venom sucked. I think that was the worst
Okay.
part of the movie. I think we missed like in the Venom movies, I don't think we get enough of him being like a rival to Peter. Obviously there's no Peter in the Venom
Yeah.
movies,
Yeah.
but like he was like a TV reporter in the Venom movies.
Yep.
But like I liked him competing against Peter in this so much more.
Mhm.
But like when he became Venom, I was like, okay, like it's not good. Also, Venom looked terrible in this movie.
He's like a big swamp monster
like
instead of like
that, and he's like he also just isn't big. Like he's like short and
Yeah.
stout, and I don't
Yeah.
know. And then obviously you have the Bell scene of Peter ripping off Venom, which is just so fucking cool.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I don't know. This I think you should rewatch this eventually. I think it'll go up in your rating if you rewatch it. It's very fun. So yeah.
It will probably move spots. I do have it still have it at like a 3 out of 5. So
Yeah, it's yeah. That's why the middle part is super hard to
Mhm.
pick out stuff. So
At number 6 with a 3.5 out of 5, I have Spider-Man Homecoming. After hearing your take, it makes me want to like rewatch it and re-rank it. Just cuz from what I remember, it was just like an enjoyable introduction to Tom Holland. He's got the look, he's got the voice. Like you said, we were used to a 26 and 27-year-old playing Peter. Like he was 19 when he played it.
it was really refreshing. Like
Yeah.
because especially it was like we watched TASM And then I watched Spider-Man 2 and 3, and then I watched Homecoming. And like in the original trilogy, it's like actual like 35-year-olds in high school, like besides Toby, obviously, and
Yeah.
Flash and the main characters, but like the extras were fucking 35-year-olds. But in this movie, they're all literal high schoolers,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Um, a lot of my memories from were, Jesus Christ, can I talk? We're from Michael Keaton's Vulture, which is like a huge W. He's just a nasty con man the entire time, and like tying it to like the explosion and using all the alien weapons is like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
makes
fact
sense.
it's been building from Avengers 1 is like
Yeah,
super cool, honestly.
yeah. Like I'm glad they tied that in and stuff. I do agree with like the being upset that he just gets everything handed to him though, because it's like we watched the other two struggle. Like they had training montages.
Yeah. It's well, that's also like what I didn't mention was like we never got an origin for him. Like he debuted in Civil
That's
War.
true.
Like we
That's
never got
true.
to see him get bit. So obviously he had to have trained himself somehow. And obviously since there's no Avengers in the other universes, like they couldn't team up with Iron Man and like get
Yeah,
handed
yeah.
these
So
things. So it's like
it's it's difficult.
it's it's so tough having Homecoming at 10 because like I said, I laughed my ass off with this movie. Everything Ned says is hilarious,
That's
and
great.
it's like him being like, "Oh, Peter's friends with Spider-Man." It's like, Jesus Christ, Ned, like
I
shut the
was
fuck up.
watching porn.
Yeah, like that too. Like goddamn.
Yeah,
And obviously they set up Uncle Aaron in this movie, even though they haven't done
yeah,
anything with
yeah,
it yet. But that's awesome that we got to see him in across like in the Chamber of Villains.
yeah.
That was like I still remember when we watched that in theater and like my mouth was agape
We went,
seeing him there. Like I was like, holy shit. Like yeah, that
they
was
already
awesome.
cast him.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's all I really have to say about Homecoming. But I should watch it again. It might go down.
Yeah, I mean I'm not saying you like I'm not hating on Homecoming. It's just like it's like the least Spider-Man action we get.
Yeah,
They're all charming and fun characters. It's just when you compare it to other Spider-Man movies, it's like tough because it's like yeah. Anyways, at my number 6 with a 3.5 out of 5, I have TASM 2. So here's the thing: Harry sucks in this movie. He is so bad. He is like
yeah,
the actor's terrible and
yeah.
like well just overall like Norman too sucked because like he's just dying the whole time and it's
He's just
like
green and bedridden.
yeah
Like, oh, okay.
like terrible. I get that, and I can see the problems that people have with Jamie Foxx's Electro because whatever, but it's some of the best Spider-Man moments you get out of any Spider-Man movies. The action just in itself is so fun and like it you see Andrew in the suit with like the school scene where he's like just making quick remarks, like climbing all over Lizard. Like you get that like but like 3 times in this movie. Like everything is so fun. Um the parent stuff is super whatever too. Um Honestly, people really hate on the whole parents side plot thing, but I think that honestly I didn't have that big of a problem with it this time around because it kind of like it was super side plotty and it didn't matter at the end of the day. Like if it was never in the movie, it wouldn't have changed much to be
Pretty
honest.
much, yeah.
But also, it's like it kind of like I don't know, it just added more character depth to Andrew's Toby, Andrew's Peter. Um, Sorry guys, this is gonna be a long episode.
Oh well.
But I just think, and then obviously Gwen's death is like the
It's
most heartbreaking shit of
yeah.
all
Oh my
time.
god. She
And
just got into college.
it's like until No Way Home, like you really feel for this Peter. Like he
Yeah.
had it so bad. Like Uncle Ben died, and then his parents like turned out to be like con people until he finds out the truth, and
Yeah.
Gwen dies, and Gwen's dad dies, and he has PTSD and all this shit, and it's like, damn. But like, oh man, the ending where the kid comes out in front of Rhino and then he shows up, it's just like
Yeah.
so good. That's such a Spider-Man thing. It's such a good Spider-Man moment. You like I understand the hate for TASM too. Like a lot of people say it's the worst Spider-Man movie, but like the ending is just so good in my opinion. Like that's such a Spider-Man thing to do. And TASM 3, I hope it happens.
Yeah, I think it would. I don't know the way they butchered Rhino. They're like they just brought him in, and I was like,
And
oh,
he's just yelling.
yeah,
And
yeah,
he's like under like open firing on a child too. It's
yeah,
but like oh dude, I just love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's such a good character. And I think Andrew plays him like Andrew was never met. It feels like one of those things where he should have never played Spider-Man because he doesn't have the build for it. It's not really like
yeah,
Peter, but like what he did with the characters, like with what he had, was just so fucking good. Because like you could really hate the TASM movies, but Andrew just elevates these movies so well. Like if anyone else played Peter in these movies, I think they'd be easily bottom two Spider-Man movies for me. I just think he was so good, and then Emma Stone is amazing too.
yeah. Emma
So
Stone's great.
yeah,
Well, if I've tracked it correctly,
we have the same top
we have the
five.
same top
We have the
five.
same bottom six, same middle five, and same top five, just in different orders. And that's where my second tier was. Is like the
Yeah,
I really like don't know how to rank these five movies, but they're in the middle.
that's I kind of have it sectioned like that too.
Like
So
that's those five in the middle were like where I was struggling the most to like put puzzle pieces in. I had no idea how to like up until literally like 20 minutes before we started recording, I was changing shit around for the middle. I because obviously in my internal ranking I had Homecoming at 6 just like you, and then I watched it and it fell to 10. And
mhm.
then when we watched TASM 2 went up to 6 cuz I was at 9 or something like that, and Far From Home went up, and like Spider-Man 3 went
Yeah.
up, and I was like, Jesus Christ, like so much is happening.
When you were like, I'm on my way home, and I'm like, I'm almost done. I had these five left. I was just sitting there stressing. I was like,
Yeah.
what do I
And
do?
to be completely frank, we might have the same top five.
You think so?
Besides maybe I don't know, I guess we'll see.
I don't know. Alrighty. Everything is like 4 and up.
Yep.
Uh, at number 5, with a 4 out of 5, I have Spider-Man 1.
At number 5 I have Spider-Man 1 with a 4
Okay.
out of 5.
Alright. Okay, fool. Yeah, I wrote amazing cast. Just because it is. Um, just love me some Willem Dafoe, really.
Yeah, I mean if they didn't have Willem, I think this would be in that middle section to be honest.
He's just so nasty. He's so good. um,
Nasty in the good way, you're nasty in the bad way though. Next up, no.
yeah. Anyways, no, it's a classic.
Yeah, we kind of rewatched it a little bit. Like I threw it on when like Forrest
Yeah,
was hanging out with us, and I mean I was watching most of it. Like I was on my phone because like I've seen this movie probably like 4 or 5 times now, but like I have it on DVD downstairs somewhere. But it's
it's just so good.
I genuinely also feel like if this movie came out when TASM came out, but like it played exactly how it was, just like better quality and CGI, it could be top three for me. Like, there's just some moments in this where like you can really tell it's dated as fuck. Like some of the CGI is just not good,
Yeah,
but like with what they did in the time period, it's really good.
it's
And
oh my god.
obviously Willem's really good too.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing like pointless in this movie. Every scene that I can think of right now, it's like, oh, this makes sense and adds up. It doesn't like steer you in a weird direction to where like, why is this happening or why did that happen? It's like, oh, it's always building, and like even the it's poetic that when he won the wrestling match, and the guy robbed him, and then left, and he's like, "Not my problem," and then he kills Ben. You're like, ah! It's
Yeah.
like you kind of saw it coming, but
Fucking Randy Savage as Bonesaw is
true,
awesome too.
true.
Rest in peace, Randy Savage, dude. Dude's a dude looked absolutely juiced in this movie, but that's just how big he was. He was just a
Uh,
big motherfucker. I don't know how Sam Raimi convinced Randy Savage to be in this movie, but that's hilarious, honestly.
yeah.
Bonesaw is ready.
Bonesaw is ready. No, this movie's just so good.
Yeah. All right.
I
What's your
feel
number 4?
okay. I think this might be where we have something swapped. Maybe we'll see. At number 4, with a 4 out of 5, I have Spider-Man: No Way Home. Um, what I wrote down is the boys are back. It was super cool to see all of them return. Um, and there was so much hype for this movie, and it lived up to it. And like everyone knew they were gonna return, and it was funny when Andrew was like, "I was not on that set. I did not
He's
appear."
so funny, dude. I love Andrew Garfield so much.
um,
It's also just hilarious that like even for like now, like most of the actors for Doomsday have not gotten the script, and it's because Tom Holland has spoiled so many fucking things. I think Anthony Mackie himself was like, we can thank Mark Ruffalo and Tom Holland for not getting our scripts until like we show up on set, because apparently both of them have just spoiled so much shit on talk shows by accident. So
oh
yeah,
yeah.
the lead up to that movie is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can picture exactly where it was when fucking Alfred Molina showed up in the trailer, and there was a fucking pumpkin bomb in the trailer, and we were just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Because like
Come
before
on.
that trailer, it looked like it was just gonna be a Doctor Strange Spider-Man movie because that's all we knew about it.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, holy shit, so good.
Um, no. It's just they brought them all back. They brought all the villains back, and they like actually made it work. It's not like they brought them all back just to be a cash grab. Like when they just add really popular actors just so
No,
people. Yeah.
Carnage.
Yeah. They like they made it work. It was great.
It's crazy how like they really put Null in the trailer, and like it's the same amount of screen time in the trailer as in the movie.
Yeah, they put all those scenes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Jesus
need to look
Christ.
up how much time Null's actually in it. You can keep talking to.
But I think arguably this movie has the like, well, okay, maybe this one tied with another movie that I will mention, um, has like the most like crazy ending to it. Uh,
I mean, yeah, it fucking shakes the whole universe, like for
yeah,
Peter, like going
yeah.
forward.
So I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, I can't find an actual number for how long Null is in, and I think that's maybe just Sony doxing every article that talks about it. It's like also annoying as fuck because I'm pretty sure Andy Serkis plays him, and Andy Serkis is the fucking goat, and he got like no screen time. Like he played the
Ugh.
main villain of like the sequels, for Star Wars. I can't remember his name.
Um, yeah, I remember it was like a big day when they were releasing who they cast as Null, because like there were so many speculations.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm waiting for Norman Reed. I'm pretty sure that's his name, who plays Daryl in The Walking Dead.
Oh
There were
yeah, because I remember that was like the main casting until they said
yeah,
Andy Serkis was gonna be.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember that.
which like even before that, they were like, oh, Norman Reed's gonna be Ghost Rider, which would be incredibly badass as well. So I'm hoping he's Ghost Rider now
Yeah,
that he's not Null.
Andy
So
Serkis plays Snoke in Star
oh,
Wars,
okay.
and he plays Claw, Black Panther.
Oh, okay, nice.
And he's in the Lord of the Rings movies, but I haven't seen those, so I couldn't tell you who he is in that. Um, oh look, have you watched them? You'd probably know who he is.
I've watched all of them, but
Let's see. And
a long time ago, and I've only seen them once or twice.
oh, he plays Golem. That's hilarious. So he voices Golem. I think he does
Awesome.
the motion capture for him too.
That would make sense.
Um, okay. Anyways, sorry. My number four with a 4 out of 5. I have Spider-Man 2. This was really hard to pick between Spider-Man 1 and 2. I just because I love Green Goblin so much, but I also love Doc Ock so much. He's such a good villain, and it's like you feel bad for him, honestly.
You really do.
Like
you really do.
and like that like nice side of him comes out in No Way Home too, which is really cool. But my biggest problem with this movie is the whole fucking losing his powers thing, which was really weird. Um yeah, cuz like he just didn't want to be Spider-Man anymore, and like MJ was just being an absolute bitch to him the entire time, and it's like Jesus Christ, dude. Um so that's my main gripe with this movie. I think this is when the seedlings start with Harry hating Peter, but you like don't really see it that much because like his dad's fucking talking to him and shit, and he's like, "Do the right thing, kill Spider-Man." And it's like, what the fuck? Um, but like the whole sun in the palm of my hand shit's so cool, and overall, just a lot of great scenes. Another scene where MJ gets bondaged at the end. Because why the fuck wouldn't she?
Yeah.
MJ's just in all sorts of catastrophe throughout these 3 movies, even though she is not a good girlfriend at all. She's actually kind of terrible. Like, she literally cheats on him in Spider-Man 3 with Harry. It's like, what the fuck? But it's such a classic movie. I won't say too much more. So, yeah.
Yeah, number 3, I have Spider-Man 2 with a 4 out of 5. So these two could be swapped around.
I was gonna say same rating, just
yeah.
Yeah.
All I wrote was Otto, just because the relationship between Otto and like Peter is like, damn, it's really strong.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the explosion kills Otto's wife, you're like, oh, it's so heartbreaking.
Yeah, because his octopus things malfunction.
Yes.
Shit starts breaking, and then his wife dies, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna crash out now."
Yeah.
Which fair enough, honestly.
Yeah. No, it's incredible. It's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, number 3 with the 4 out of 5. I have No Way Home. I rewatched this yesterday. Fuck you, Sony, for not putting it on Disney Plus. That was a bitch to find. Rent of. So funny enough, obviously when we watched this in the theaters, I was like, this is a fucking masterpiece, because like it's just such like it was endgame levels of like audience.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even have that crazy of an audience either, but it was still just like chills. Like Portal, yeah, so good. But so when we rewatched this for the MCU ranking, I actually like was not super because it was still a 4, but I was like way lower on it because I was like, damn, like people call the MCU corny for like leaving like open like spots for the crowd to cheer, like when Andrew pops in, like there's no dialogue for like 20 seconds because it's like, oh, people are gonna cheer, so we gotta give them a second. So, which is whatever. I don't think it's that corny, but man, rewatching it, I felt the magic from the theater again. Obviously, it's never gonna compete with being in a theater full of people that like don't know what's about to happen. But it's something about this third watch compared to the second one. I was just like, this is so good. And then like all the Spider-Men talking to each other is just so good.
Yeah.
And Aunt May's death is just fucking heartbreaking every time because like Peter thinks she's fine and then she's just dead. Like she covered her wound or whatever. And Willem just once again honing in on the
Yeah.
Green Goblin after how many
Oh
years
my
it's been
God.
since he's been Green Goblin. He's so diabolical.
Peter
And
crash out.
yeah, I mean, fair enough. And fucking Willem just power bombing him through like three fucking like levels of the apartment building was
God.
insane.
Yeah.
And him smiling while he's getting his shit kicked in is just he's a monster. It's crazy that a villain from a different universe is a top 5 villain in the MCU. Like he wasn't even like introduced in the MCU and he's arguably top 5, top 10 villain in the entire MCU just off of he didn't even get that much screen time either. He probably got like 25 minutes of screen time.
He was like homeless goblin.
Yeah.
And then he was Green Goblin.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everyone knows about No Way Home at this point, I'd hope at least. So I won't get into too much of it, but it's so good. I don't if I remember correctly, I didn't really move in my MCU ranking. It's still at 6, which is super high. So it's like it's super hard to push it any further, especially above Infinity War and stuff like that. So
yeah,
because there's still definitely issues about this movie. It's like I don't agree with people calling it fanfare, just complete fanfare.
or like fan service.
Yeah, because it's like I think even though they brought everyone back, they all had arcs, so it kind of it made sense. To have them, and like the Spider-Man talking to their old villains and stuff was nice too. So, and then obviously it's one of the like just when you think Andrew saving Zendaya was cool, but just when you think Andrew at the worst, then everyone forgets Tom, and it's like, damn, that fucking sucks.
You get the teaser at the end where he like walks in and no one knows him, and you're like,
yeah, him and Zendaya talking at the end, like, because you can tell there was something there, but he decided not to give her the note or whatever, and it's like, there's so many people saying that they hope they don't get back together, but I disagree. I hope they find a way to figure that out.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they would do this, but I hope it is with like maybe him, like her and Ned are dating and then Ned turns into the Hobgoblin or something, which would be so fucking cool. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in Secret Wars and where they're planning on going with the shit too. Because unfortunately Sony still has most of the control of the shit, which is fucking terrible, but whatever.
Can you check the audio really quick? Hello.
I think we're good.
Okay, cool.
Did you smack it?
I went. So, well,
I feel like we had the same top 2, and I feel like we don't even really need to talk about them that much.
Do we? I don't know which one to put above the other one, to be honest.
I mean, I think you know what I have at number 1. Just say it.
At number 2, I have Across, and at number 1, I have Into.
Yeah, I have the opposite.
Okay.
They're both 5 out of 5.
Yeah, me too. I just didn't know which one to. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it really doesn't. We'll both get into this, obviously. So, my number 2 is Into the Spiderverse, and my number 1 is Across the Spiderverse. But I just think it's tough because Into is like, when it came out, it was like the perfect Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
But once they started introducing Into that Miles is an anomaly, it's like, that shit really gets me going. It's like, and the cliffhanger is just insane.
Yeah.
And obviously we have to wait another 2 years or 3 years for it to come out now.
Yeah.
Thanks COVID, or not COVID, but thanks to the strike, the actors strike. That was initially the reason why it got pushed back, and then they overworked their fucking animators. Sony, fucking, oh my god. It's like, it's tough because obviously Into to Across took 5 years to come out, but that was COVID. And I get there's a strike that pushed this initial date back, but that was only a year, and now it's gonna be 5 years pretty much until it comes out. It's 4 years. But I feel like I feel like this is a crazy thing to be a hot take, but I just want them to cook on this movie. So I'll let them take their time on it. Like, sure, we were initially gonna get it like maybe like I think it was like 10 months after the second one came out. But if they need to cook on it, I'll let them fucking cook. Because if they do the third one properly and they all turn out to be 5 out of 5s, it's the best trilogy of all time. So it's,
Yeah.
anyways. Um, so you have Into at 1.
Yeah, I think
mean,
I need.
it's fine. I don't have a problem with that, but you fucking suck.
Yeah, no,
It's not like they're both 5 out of 5 movies for me.
I need to watch both of them back to back and really just like need to like take notes. Like, I mean, yeah, now that I think about it, I think 2099 is a better villain than Kingpin. Like, and all of that. I just need to watch him again. I haven't seen him in a while.
I didn't watch either of these to prep for this, but I watched Across like probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and they just don't have Into on anything. So it's like
Oh,
I just for me, obviously this is just me. It's not like I'm like shitting on you for this because it's like it doesn't really matter. They're the top 2 movies no matter what order you put them in.
yeah.
Um, which obviously they can do more in an animated movie than they can in a real life movie. So it's like tough. But
Mm-hmm.
I think just how much they grow Gwen in the second movie is just insane. And um obviously the Prowler, like Uncle Aaron's death in the first one's like really sad, and like that team up of characters is really fun, and I'm excited to see that again in the third one when they
Mm-hmm.
initially come back. I just think it's so fun. The whole like Spider Society like chase scene by itself,
Yeah,
like that I'm pretty sure that like sequence took nearly 4 years to animate, which like
makes sense.
and like every scene with Spider Punk, I imagine just took so much time to do, and it's
God.
why I'm really trying to give them their time. I'm not trying to rush these guys at all. It's like I don't know. And I gotta rewatch Across before it gets taken off Netflix because Netflix is fucking stupid. They're taking off Across and Whiplash in the same day.
Jesus Christ. I think the third one has potential to be the best one.
I It's tough because realistically, I like because now that like Spot's gonna be fucking devious in this
Yeah,
movie. Like
yeah.
I still remember when it was announced Spot was the main villain. We were like,
Who was
really?
that? And then he was funny in the commercials.
Yeah. No, I like Spot. I do. I'm excited to see how devious he can get. And we won't talk too much more about it. We're at 2 hours, but
Yeesh.
um yeah, I mean, I could talk about this all day, so I'm just gonna shut up. So if you have anything else to say about
No, it's just that I'm looking forward to the next one. I think we all are.
yeah, I it's tough because the selfish side of me wants it now. But
Of
it's
course, but
like I'm just really trying to let him cook on this. I am so excited. It's it's unbelievable how good these 2 movies are. So that's our Spider-Man ranking.
very similar lists.
Yeah, we had the same tiers pretty much, just a different
Yeah.
order, which is funny because I was not even like considering doing tiers, but like I think yesterday I was like I should really like tell them that like these are the tiers of what I have them in because like it's so clear that the Sonyverse is bottom 6,
Yeah.
and then you have the TASM Spider-Man 3 and the first 2 Toms in the middle, and then Spider-Man 1, 2, No Way Home, and Across and Into in the
It's
top.
oh my god.
It's like each of them have like different levels. Obviously, Like the middle tier is all like 3.5, and then it goes to 4. So it's like not crazy of a difference between that, but it's also like you can kind of tell there's a tier difference. Like for me, it's TASM 2 to Spider-Man. For you, it's Homecoming to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think even though they're both different, obviously, like TASM 2 and Homecoming are very different movies, it's still like Spider-Man is so clearly above those two. I don't know. Anyways.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Sorry for the yap fest, guys. We were at I think we were at 28 minutes into the video when we started talking about fucking Morbius and Madam Web. I had a really crazy feeling this was going to be a long ranking though, so I'm not super surprised about it. But
oh well.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video.
Leave a comment if you made it this far.
That too. I was going to say, tell us what your favorite Spider-Man is. Tell us what your least favorite Spider-Man is and why it's either Madam Web or Morbius. Or you can tell us your least favorite Spider-Man, just Spider-Man. Like mine's Homecoming. Even though I like Homecoming, I just think it's the worst one. And then you have TASM 2. That's funny that our 6s and 10s are swapped. That just shows how crazy the middle tier though is. Like it's crazy. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys watched this whole video, you guys are fucking legends.
Let's go.
So, yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.